Hello all, thank you for watching this video. Today we'll be talking about OnPrintShop Trade Printer Solution, which is a complete integrated print order management solution to grow super reseller and partnership network. OnPrintShop is a web to print solution provider. We've been serving print industry over 9+ years with core objective simplifying IT for the print industry. Now talking about a trade printer solution, which is a very easy to use and very simple solution uh, evolved over 5 years. It's a complete order management channel, specially designed for SME as well as trade printers to offer online W2B stores to their resellers and partners so that all the members of the channel and client resellers as well as print service provider can coordinate their business activities and processes to minimize the cost and to maximize their effectiveness into an online market. Now, just a quick infographic where just to give you an overview of the trade printer solution, and then I will also show you the same onto a live demo website. So first of all, if you see there is a trade printer who would be the managing the complete solution, a print service provider or a trade printer. So what we call it a trade printer admin. A trade printer admin will also have access to trade printer marketing website where they can market their offers to the resellers. They can also show their capabilities in terms of number of products and services they offer. And they can also have a page where they can engage and appoint new resellers. So the marketing website is just an informative website providing all the details of the print service provider's capabilities. It can also have a W2B demo site to engage resellers. And in the backend, in the admin, we also have a production where the whole production can be integrated and automated with workflow automation where all the orders can be passed to XML and hot folder. It can be also customized, and any third-party services can also be integrated like MIS, CRM, and accounting. Now, trade printer admin can provide W2P stores to each of the resellers. So now, if you see, these are the three reseller stores we have shown in the infographic. So each resellers have their own stores with their own branding, with each look and feel. So their B2C and B2B clients can come to their store and place order or submit a quote. Everything would be passed to trade printer admin. And then the communication is always from the reseller's branding. So now let me show you the simplified order management, where an end customer will come to resellers W2P online store. They can check the cost, submit the quotation. They can also confirm an order. Resellers, W2P stores would have all the products which trade printer has offered, and client will have option of uploading an artwork, or they can also choose an online designer studio. Now, reseller will get the notification of the order, but the print ready file and payment will directly go to a trade printer. So this is a trade printer. So who would print and ship directly to an end client, but the communication will always be with the reseller's branding. And whatever orders resellers have uh, passed to trade printer, that commission will be passed to that reseller from the trade printer. So it is a complete integrated model where all these three entities are on the same platform. Traditionally, all these end customers, resellers, and trade printer are using their own platform. So there, the communication, the link is not always as integrated as a one solution, because this is a common solution where all three people will talk. Now, to set up a reseller network is very easy. The solution is very easy to use. Step one, a trade printer and print service provider can add unlimited products into the system with defining a base cost. Step two, they can create a reseller's W2P stores with their resellers personalized domain branding and very theme, which will be passed to resellers. And resellers would also have their own admin panel for that specific store, so they can mark up their products, and as per their strategies, they can display and sell the products which are offered by trade printer. A quick tour of the complete solution. The very first thing is trade printer marketing website, where, as I mentioned, you can showcase key product services. A print service provider can also offer the reseller plans, demo W2P website, and reseller can also register. A trade printer is having a centralized admin panel where they can manage all the reseller stores. They can add unlimited products, manage resellers, communication as well as commission, and they also have a payment and shipping gateway, which would be managed by the trade printer. There is an order management extensive module, which is an automated order processing and status updates. But whatever communication is done, it is always through reseller branding. Trade printer also have a vendor module, so they can outsource the printing. They have a dashboard and advanced reports to analyze the performance of each resellers and the overall performance of their online system. They also have option of workflow automation to simplify and automate order processing, as well as ability to integrate any third-party services as required. What resellers are getting from trade printer, each resellers are getting their own W2P stores, which is mobile responsive and multilingual, which is powered by latest platform like Bootstrap, HTML5, and CSS3. So resellers and client, B2C and B2B, they can simply order coming to the reseller's website. So this site has advanced online marketing, SEO, and social media tools. So each resellers have all the tools which will help them to get a strong presence into an online market, and they can also utilize those tools and get good position into an search engine as well as social media. So which will help them to attract new visitors, new clients. Each reseller store has dynamic price calculator and online quotes. So estimation is right there. Whatever cost is provided by trade printer will be available for reseller stores, and they can mark it up. And whatever markup they do, their store will have that cost automatically displayed to their end client. Each client would have a my account for easy order and reorder. And they also have option of online designing, which generates high resolution print ready output. And each resellers are also having their own admin panel where they are getting a complete content management system, CMS, with full HTML. So they can personalize their own website, look and feel content. They can also have all the products given by trade printer, and then they can decide which product they want to market to their store and which product they want to display on the home page. So they have those capabilities. They have a customer management. They can see how many customers they have, and they can manage whatever products are assigned by trade printer. They also have option of creating templates. They can check view orders and quotes whatever their store has received, and they can mark up the price on the trade printer base cost. So this was an overview of the solution. Now let me move to the live website, which will give you more clarity in terms basically what are the things included into an OnPrintShop trade printer solution. Now, very first thing, this is an example of a marketing website for the trade printer, which is nothing more than an informative website, but where as a trade printer or as a print service provider, you can display your capabilities, your printing, as well as all the services. You can also have an online registration for the resellers, and you can also maybe create an online demo sites. So any of your interested reseller can also see what kind of stores they would get when they join you as a trade printer or when they become your reseller. Now, trade printer has a complete a centralized admin panel, which is to manage everything of your trade printer business. Now, very first thing you see is a dashboard where you will see all the recent orders. Here, if you see the store 1, store 2 are all your reseller stores. What we have given name here is like store 1 and store 2. So you see the orders which are from store 1. This one is file print. So you can name each reseller stores you have. All the new customers have joined throughout each stores. You have a clarity that how many people have joined to your reseller stores, any recent quotations you have received from any of resellers and client. These are all sales statistics which will give you clarity what business, how the business is moving week by week, month by month. So this is like all critical data for to make critical decisions. Sales orders, sales statistics, hot selling products. Now as a trade printer, you have a complete control creating your own product ranges. So as I mentioned, you can add unlimited products into the system. You also have a add product option where you can follow the simple steps and add the product into the system. And you also have a Excel based product upload where you can upload all the products together. And then you can also have the price for this particular product. Now you can define a base cost. So for example, if this particular product is printed by you, you can just put a direct cost to the reseller. If you are outsourcing this to any vendor, then maybe you can also put the vendor cost and then you can put your own markup. Now this would be the base cost for all your resellers, and resellers would have option of marking up their own cost to their end clients. So you can add unlimited products. Each product can be categorized, so you can have unlimited categories. Then you can add predefined products where maybe printing and online designing is not required, but those are like fixed products people can buy. So it is an extensive product management. Now this is a store management section. So from here, if any resellers is joining your trade printing program, or if they want to become a reseller, you can easily create a new store. Now to create a new store, it only takes 5 minutes. Very easy to do. You don't require any IT skills or programming skills to create a new store. So this is a simple form where you can put your reseller's domain, live domain, the name of the resellers who would be owning the store, a username and password. So resellers would have their own store access. So this would be used to access the store, their address. So this would be used for billing from trade printer to the reseller. Phone number, you can select a default theme. So with the trade printer solution, you're also getting a ready W2P store themes, which would be mobile responsive. So while creating a store, you select the theme matching to the reseller's branding, and that will be applicable to the reseller. Here you'll put the store logo, the favicon image, and hit save and continue, and the store will be created. So as easy as that. Now let me show you one of the created store already, so we do not have to waste our time. Now this is one of the store already created. It has all the details. What we call this store is OnPrintShop Store 1. These are all like we have created for the sample and demonstration purpose. Now if you see, while creating the store, trade printer have access to put any flat markup, so which is like 10%. But again, as I mentioned, the resellers would also have option of marking up their own cost. Here you can also assign the products and all the categories. Maybe if you want to create a categories and you only want to assign a specific category to the specific reseller, you can also do that as a trade printer admin panel. You can format the invoice, so whatever invoice is done, it would always have the reseller's branding. And these are basic store settings, whether you want to provide all your templates library which you and your team have created, whether you want to offer them pay on account to their B2B clients, allow store to create templates. Maybe you can have reseller plans where a reseller higher plan are allowed to even create the templates, and the base plan would not have any option of creating the templates. So you can allow yes or no. So if you say yes, then resellers would have option of creating the templates from the admin panel. So you will also see the same thing when I would show you the same into a reseller store. Store language, you have all the languages, and you can also enable a specific language for this reseller if they are from any other country or they have other language speaking country. Store payment method, you can also enable all the payment method you have, or you can allow them to use only specific payment method. And the currency, if they are from any other country, you can also manage their own currency. Here you can manage all the themes, banners, configurations by default. So as soon as you create the store, automatically resellers store will be created, and then you can provide them their own link. Now I'm just onto one of the reseller store, which is OnPrintShop Store 1. This is like one another store, OnPrintShop Store 3. This is OnPrintShop store 2. Now if you see, each and every store's look and feel is different. So each of resellers would have their own branded stores, which would be in their own domain. So their end client will always have to come to that domain. So they would never recognize that basically a trade printer is providing all this store. So resellers brand would be intact because they are getting their own branded store. Now this particular store which you are seeing, which is of store number 1, which is provided to any of your reseller, is mobile responsive, which is powered by a bootstrap. So the whole solution is powered by a latest platform and the robust platform. The storefront is enabled HTML5, CSS3 and Bootstrap, which makes site mobile responsive and automatically adjustable according to any screens, as you can imagine. Now these are all products which are provided by the trade printer automatically coming into the store. Now reseller would have option of personalizing the store in their own way. So they have a complete content management system, so they can change these banners, they can decide which product they want to display on the home page, and they can also activate or deactivate some of the product range. They can also personalize these header footer links. So they have a complete access of the store to personalize their own brand in their own way. So for that, they're getting an admin panel. So this is an admin panel for the reseller. So they also have their own dashboard. So whatever new orders, new customers have joined, they would have a complete visibility. So it would also make a whole communication transparent and honest. Reseller is also aware of all the activities in their store, and the same is also displayed to a trade printer. But trade printer have access to everything together, but reseller only have access to their own store. Now this is the reseller admin panel. Now here they can see all the products which are assigned by trade printer to them. Now they can decide if they want to disable some of the products. Maybe resellers, trade printer would provide them hundred of products, but then they can decide if they want to become specialized in some of the specific products. So they can disable and enable those items from here. Now they can go inside each product and they have options basically. So whatever options, default options trade printer have applied would be visible. Then they can change their own. They can change the description of basically the product, as well as whatever product price this trade printer has offered them. They can put their own markup. Now they have option of marking up on each of the quantity, or if they want, they can also have the global markup, where for example throughout all the products they can mark it up by a specific percentage if they do not want to go in each product and mark it up on each quantity. But this is all the whole access is given to a reseller, so they have a complete control. Now this is a store management. If they want to have basically a global markup, if they want to just have maybe a 25% markup on the base cost which is provided by a trade printer, then this flat markup will be applicable throughout all the products if they do not want to go inside each and every product and manage this markup. Now 25% more is like will be displayed to their own store. So whatever base cost provided by trade printer plus 25% is their markup. So their store or their end client would pay 25% more, which would be in case which would be their commission, for example, at maybe after the end of the invoice cycle they would get from the trade printer. These are all product assignment. All these products are assigned to them. They can also mark up going inside each of the product. For example, if they want to mark up t-shirt, they can directly go from here. And this is an invoice formatting, which is a common invoice, because all the communication, invoice, branding would be resellers, so they can just manage it from here. Now let us place one order from the reseller stores to see a complete order processing. So you can, for example, any end client can register into the reseller store. I have they can also log in from the Facebook, but I have an sample account for this reseller store, so I can enter in that. Each B2C and B2B client would have their own my account. From there they can easily order and reorder. This is an example of my account. I can also check whatever orders I have placed here. So if I go in orders, I have placed one order which is already shipped. If I want to reorder the same item, I can easily reorder the same item again. But here I want to maybe order something new. So I'm just ordering Uh, while going inside the product, I also have option browse design, upload design, and custom design. So if I have something ready, I can upload. Otherwise, I can select any template, and maybe use also can use an online designing tool. Now, this is an advantage for resellers because their end clients, if they do not have any artwork, they can also use an online designing. So they are getting a complete W2P stores. So their client can also design something from online. So this is a complete advanced tool. People can personalize their information. For example, I'm quickly updating my name, my number. As of now, rest of the information is common, so I'm just putting that just for the sample purpose. So I'm not, will not take much time. So I'm saying that I want to order, for example, this business card. So I have logged in as one of the retail client in one of the resellers website, and I'm completing an order. So I just wanted to show you guys how the actual order processing would work and how the communication would work. So let me just say continue. I would pay this using an online payment method. This is a shipping and billing. So as a retail client of reseller, I have a complete access. So each reseller stores are having a payment, online payment and shipping options. If I want to place any note, I can also place a note that I need order by Monday. So I'm just saying order complete. So one of the client from the reseller store number one have placed an order. This is the summary of the order. As soon as order is placed, there would be an email to end client notification, which would be always from the resellers branding. And currently the order number 28 is pending. So if you come to the resellers admin panel, he would see there is one new order which is just recently, uh, and the order is from this client, and this is the email. The payment method is this. So let me go back, go into an action and see the order information. Because I am just a reseller, I can only see the information of the order. So I am aware that there are like new orders, but the order, a complete order like print ready file as well as payment will directly go to trade printer because they are the actual guy who would be printing. So it will be passed to print service provider. So if you see now, I'm into a trade printer super admin panel where I can see that actual order. Here I have easy order management. For example, all these order status I can create my own. So quickly I can update the order status is for each order, and then click on customer notify. As soon as I update the status of each order, every end client will get an email from the system. But again, as I mentioned, the branding would always be a reseller's branding. So system would recognize that this particular order is from store number one, maybe this number order is from store number two or store number three. Then that particular client will always get an email from that specific store branding. So resellers branding is always intact. The solution is structured in a way that all the communication done by trade printer will always be by the resellers branding. Now let me go into an action into this order. Everything is ready. So this is an order history. Everything is recorded. Client I also placed to know that I need order by Monday. You can update the order from here. If it is shipped, you can also put the tracking number. Here you can also update the order or pass any details to an end client directly. You can also put any message. Thank you. We will ship before Monday. And I can say save changes. Now let me go back again into an order. If you see, the invoice is auto done by the system. So whatever invoice is format is already set by reseller for that specific store number one. The invoice would be auto created by the system. This is a download file. This is an invoice. which has all the details. So you or reseller doesn't have to recreate the invoice. It is auto done by the system, saves you a lot of time. Then the shipping label is automatically created. The job ticket is automatically created by the system. In case if this particular order is printed by your partner, you can also assign this job to your vendor. And this is a modify order, where if in case if there are some problems into this order, you can also modify it. Now this is an actual print ready file because end client have designed something online. So the actual file would be a print ready file vectored and layered. And this is a job ticket for your production. So print service provider or trade printer can directly pass this job ticket their internal production team, and they can start working on this order. Similarly, they have each and every access of the orders. They can create their own order status. They have coupons and discounts. And this is an export API orders where we can automate integrating to your workflow. So all the orders received into a trade printer admin panel can be directly passed to a hot folder, all your workflow into a format of XML, where the complete job ticket and the print ready file can be passed directly to your hot folder, and from there your machine can pick up. Similarly, you have a printer and vendor. Tomorrow, if you want to expand your product offerings as a print service provider or as a trade printer, because for example, you can print up to 100, 500 products, but then you want to increase and empower your resellers by adding new product range, you can easily do it, because here you have access to register your print and vendor. And you can also automate the specific orders. When the specific products are ordered, you can automatically pass those orders to this vendor. So they would be automatically assigned to directly to that vendor. Here, as a trade printer, you can build up your own template library. That template library would be applied to each and every resellers. You can make up your image library as well. And this is a news management section where which would help you to communicate with your resellers with upcoming products, with any price change or new products. And all these sections would help you to personalize your store, configure the payment shipping method for throughout all the stores. It would also means the solution also offers you advanced reports which would help you to analyze the performance of the stores, where you have access to each and every reports in detail. You can also analyze the number of sales orders you have, the total tax, shipping, coupon, customer details. So you can also identify which resellers are doing well, which resellers would need your help, what are the trends, what are end clients are expecting. Because as a trade printer, you never have records of your resellers and client. But here, because it is a centralized system where resellers, their end clients, and you are connected, that's why you have all the access of those data. Similarly, resellers also have access to the CMS, as I mentioned, because they can create their own brand. So here also we are not limiting them. They can create their own content pages, testimonials, banners. They are getting an easy CMS, content management system, so they can add as many pages they want to add. Similarly, they can also decide which product they want to sell into their store, which product they want to display specifically on the home page. So they're also getting all those access. They also have a template creation ability. So if your reseller is a graphic designer or they have a graphic design team, they can also build up a unique template library specific to their store. So this template would only be available to their stores, will not be available to any other store. So this would be an advantage for your resellers to create a good templates for all, whatever products trade printer have assigned to them. Similarly, they can build up their own image library. This is an SEO and advanced marketing tools which would empower each and every resellers to create a strong online presence. They have their own links, header, footer, contents. They can also manage the social media services like Yotpo and Ad Shoppers, which would help them to connect their social media pages to their storefront. They can also use any third-party mailing system, which is a MailChimp. And here they have a customers, the retail customers which are coming through the website, and they can also create private stores for the corporate. So if they are serving large B2B, They can also create private stores for each B2B client they have. Now, each B2B stores would have a corporate specific products pricing. So resellers are empowered with W2P stores, which would allow them to target B2C clients as well as B2B. And then they have a completely branded store with CMS and full HTML control to create their strong presence. And because all the reseller stores printing and payment is managed by a trade printer, they can focus into online marketing. Now, this is the clear objective of these solutions where a trade printer can focus into printing and they are empowering the resellers with W2P stores so they can expand into an online market. So this was a live website and the live demo site of our store. You can basically contact our W2P experts in terms if you want to get more information on our solution. You can also email us at sales@onprintshop.com or call us today at 718-715-1551. If you want to check in detail how our trade printer solution works, feel free to go to www.onprintshop.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.